AITA. Telling my mother-in-law that she can't bring her dog to our home. My wife and I live in a small condo with a 1-year-old son and 2 cats. My mother-in-law has a small Maltese dog which is very loud, always barking. This dog has growled at our son multiple times and even tried to bite him in the past. On top of that, our 2 cats get very upset whenever she brings the dog over to our place. They will hide under the bed and hiss. My mother-in-law has noticed this and has apologized that the cats are uncomfortable. While we let her bring her dog in the past, the last time we decided that the dog wasn't safe for our son and that the cats shouldn't have to deal with seeing this dog if it makes them uncomfortable, I decided that I didn't want her dog to visit anymore with her. My wife has said multiple times she doesn't want the dog over either, but she's afraid to offend her mother. Her mother will bring the dog to restaurants, shopping malls under the guise that the dog is a service animal, and even attempted to bring her into the hospital when our son was born, before she was told no. The other day we invited her over, and I told her when she comes to not bring her dog. She got really angry and started yelling on the phone, saying she won't bother coming, only her husband will come. It's been almost 2 weeks. My wife tried to call her twice, and she hasn't picked up. My father-in-law said she's offended because she brought the dog in the past. I told him that we decided after the last time the dog came, and our son's safety was at risk, as well as the fact that the cats were upset meant that we decided going forward that other than our 2 cats, no pets are allowed at our home anymore. I explained that it's not a direct attack, but if anyone else wanted to bring a pet, we would also say they could not. Apparently my mother-in-law expects us to contact her, even though we did twice, and she didn't answer. I have decided I'm not contacting her, and she can contact me/my wife if she wants to talk after she ignored my wife's 2 calls. Am I the asshole? How unyieldingly childish is this woman? Yes, she brought the dog last time. That was the problem. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but now your wife knows the dog is more important than she and her family is. Hang in there. This dog has growled at our son multiple times, and even tried to bite him in the past. Oh hell no. So your MIL is essentially saying she chooses her own comfort of bringing her animal to your house over the safety of her grandchild? Her inability to properly train her dog is on her. Not the asshole, and good on you for putting your family's needs over your mill's wants. Your MIL sounds awful and immature. Not the asshole. You sound like very sweet people. I would like to be friends with folks like you. Now get a backbone. This is an easy one, an oh hell no. No, you don't bring Fido Berserko into this home with our baby. 1. Future efforts to protect your child won't always be so obvious. So practice saying no for future scenarios by saying it now, steadily and unwaveringly, and without guilt and without hiding the truth or making up excuses, just the straight truth, to your entitled and reckless MIL. Let her fester. Your wife can go visit her, but the dog is not welcome in your home. Don't call or text her. She will eventually reach out, but the answer is still no dog. Am I the asshole for attending my brother's wedding even though my wife couldn't? Me and her, both age 27, are in relationship since 6+ years, college time, and got married 2 years ago. Happy, healthy relationship overall, what I honestly think. We both are paired well with each other's family too. My younger brother recently got married on November 2nd. It was a high-cost wedding. Only the close ones were invited, like 15-20 people from his side. Me and my wife were obviously invited. The issue is, she works in a bank where leaves are very limited and hard to get. I'm carrying my dad's business, hence I'm my own boss, and can take as much leaves as I want. To attend the event, we needed at least 5 days, as it was a destination wedding at a very beautiful place. She tried, but as expected, it wasn't possible for her to come. We both were sad and confused, but I had to tell if I'm coming or not to my brother in advance, as he was doing the travel preparation of everyone in 2 traveler vehicles. So with a super heavy heart, I decided to go. It isn't like she wasn't invited. The blame goes to the circumstances. I said the same to her, comforting and asking if she wants me to do any favor before going to the wedding. Got her fave chocolates before going too. She behaved neutral. I knew she was feeling left out, but it was my beloved brother's wedding after all. Now since my return, she's giving me a cold shoulder and gets miffed whenever someone shares the wedding pics or talks about it on the family group. I try to clear my intentions again, but she is listening from one ear and throwing it out from the other one. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. It is incredibly unreasonable to expect you miss your brother's wedding because her employer didn't approve her time off. She needs to stop acting like a toddler over it. Not the asshole. It's your brother's wedding. Expecting you to miss it just because she can't get off work is incredibly selfish and immature. Not the asshole. Your wife was invited. She couldn't go. It's your brother, so you couldn't miss it. She's being bratty about it, but hopefully she'll get over it. Does she behave like this in other situations when you disagree? It's passive-aggressive behavior, and if it happens often, you should address it. If it's just this one thing, maybe see if she stops after a few weeks. But her reaction is a sign of emotional immaturity. Not the asshole, there was no reason for you to miss your brother's wedding. Your wife is just pissy because she missed out. Hopefully she gets over it soon. OP's account banned/suspended already. Presumably car ma farmer aura y boot. Obviously not the asshole. Your wife is acting childish. Sure, she feels left out, but it was her job and she couldn't get leave. Neither of you is at fault here. What were you supposed to do to please her? Not go to your brother's wedding? That would make her an asshole and very selfish if that is what she wanted. She is acting unreasonable. Sure, she is disappointed she couldn't go, but it was out of your hands. She shouldn't be giving you cold shoulder over this and treating you like that. If my partner could not make it to a wedding, she will ask me how it was, if I took pictures, etc., and we would talk about it and vice versa. Am I the asshole for asking my roommate to replace the groceries she keeps borrowing? I live in the hostel, and I share a room with 2 other girls. One of the 2 girls, Leah, keeps taking my food. She takes small things like eggs, butter, seasoning cubes, biscuits and juice, but she never replaces them. At first, I brushed it off because she said she would pay me back. It's been months, and she hasn't replaced anything, but she keeps taking. Yesterday, I bought groceries and labeled them and told everyone I would appreciate it if we respected each other's things. Leah said I was being selfish and stingy over basic stuff. I confronted her directly, and she told me I should just buy in bulk since we all share anyway. I told her that's not how it works, and if it continues, I'll have to start locking my locker. Now the room feels tense, and the other roommate says I could have handled it more peacefully. Am I the asshole for calling her out about the groceries? Not the asshole. Keeps taking equals stealing. This person shows no respect for you. Lock it up. Not the asshole. She wants you to buy bulk supplies? She can go buy her own groceries and quit being a mooch. If she's not replacing what she's taking, then she's not borrowing, is she? She's stealing. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Haha. Her solution is you should buy even more to share, and she still doesn't pay. Where do I sign up for this deal? /S. She's not borrowing. Borrowing without asking is called stealing. Especially since she can't be bothered to replace the stuff, then you have every right to tell her that it needs to stop. If she can't manage to do it, you might need to change roommates. Or get a lock for your bedroom door and a small refrigerator. Not the asshole. You handled it peacefully the first time she took it, and then she proceeded to lie about replacing and continued to take. What's with roommates thinking groceries are shared, if there isn't a shared expenses pot everyone's contributing to? I'm female. I once had nightmare scenario where when we signed the lease it was me, my partner, our friend, and his 2 friends. Day of move-in. The 2 friends both had a friend that was going to stay with them. Anytime I bought bananas, eggs, etc., everything would be gone in a day. I told them I'm not your fucking mommy, stop touching my shit. One of the guys proceeds to buy his first grocery haul and wrote everyone's names, so 5 people. But mine on like 10 packs of macaroni. Face with tears of joy. I laughed so hard like, bro, I don't want your macaroni. Am I the asshole for not letting my father with dementia accept Jesus? Context. My father has dementia, and besides me and my stepmother, we have a caregiver to take care of him. She is a kind lady. She is a Seventh-day Adventist. But that's not a problem for us. We always pray with her at lunch, and at the end of the day, and we didn't have any problems with that. But today was different. Before praying, she asked my father if he accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior. I intervened immediately and said that my father already had his religion. He is from a religion called Spiritism, aka Kardechism, very popular here in Brazil, and was very happy in it. I found this disrespectful. Even though it wouldn't make a difference because he wouldn't go to her church, it's still wrong and immoral to ask this kind of question to someone who is not able to reflect and decide to convert. She seemed a little embarrassed, and she also asked me if I wanted to accept Jesus, and I replied that I was agnostic. Then I changed the subject, but the atmosphere remained tense. I am not an anti-religion person, nor am I anti-Christian. In fact, I even have a desire to become Catholic. But adhering to a religion, accepting a God, should be a conscious decision. My father became a Kardecist in the 90s, and until the last days before his dementia, he remained happy with his religion. It is not up to anyone, much less his caregiver, to change that. Am I overreacting? Shouldn't I have intervened? Or am I right? Not the asshole. This is unprofessional, and you should hire a different caregiver if she can't separate her religion with her job. Not the asshole. Acknowledging a person's wishes and beliefs before they had dementia is a huge part of dealing with dementia patients. Not the asshole. I would fire her. This was unethical and unprofessional behavior. There are lots of excellent caregivers who know how to do their job. Not the asshole. Nobody should be allowed to proselytize dementia patients. It's taking unfair advantage of somebody with a serious disability. Not the asshole. You need to find a new caregiver for your dad, someone who understands that it is not professional or acceptable or ethical to try to convert a person with dementia when they are employed as that person's caregiver. Even the expectation that you pray with her is out of line, but the converting your dad thing is so far over the line that it's beyond the pale. Caregivers should not ever be bringing their religion to work.